Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I remain your humble girl, Chanazi's Twist. So guys, I actually went to the market to get something else and I stumbled on this beautiful, healthy looking mushrooms and I just couldn't resist. I had to do what I had to do. So I had to grab some for myself and take them home with me. So let's see what we can do with these mushrooms, guys. So here we've got four large, beautiful looking mushrooms, healthy mushrooms. Yes, and I decided to try some Filipino green bananas. I'm trying this for the first time. And then I have here some butter, all right? Then we've got some white pepper and some salt, or some salt and some white pepper. Then I have my onions, scotch bonnet pepper, and some garlic. Yeah, I've got some shredded cheese, right? I'm using two types of cheese, so I'm going to give you the names later. And then I have here some spring onions, sliced spring onions, and I also have another batch of cheese. I'm going to show you what I'll do with the different batches of cheese. And then here we have some ground or minced chicken and our sliced mixed bell peppers. Yeah, so that's it. So guys, we are going to start by taking out the stalk of our mushrooms. Yeah, once that is done, I'll just use a spoon to scrape out the gills of the mushrooms and scoop them out. Then I'll use my knife to trim the edges of the mushroom. Now we are taking out the gills in order to create more space, and I'll also be using that to create my base, the base of my filling. All right. So once that is done, we're just gonna shape it, yeah, trim it to make it look um, more appealing. And then we're going to dice the stalk or the stems of the mushrooms, right? So guys, we are just going to go ahead and dice our mushroom stems nicely and set it aside. And then on our baking tray, we're going to place our clean flame and baking sheet and place our mushrooms nicely. And we're going to go ahead and season it with some butter, white pepper, and salt. So we are just sprinkling some salt and white pepper on our mushrooms, and we're going to cover it nicely or wrap it nicely in the clean flame. Now, let's remember to always light our oven quite ahead of time to have it preheated. So once we've wrapped our mushrooms nicely in our clean flame, we're just going to insert it in the oven and let it bake nicely. While our mushrooms are baking, we're just going to manually blend our garlic, onions, and scotch bonnet pepper. And in a pot of hot oil, just a little bit of hot oil, we're going to fry some of the garlic, like 3 spoons, and we're going to stir fry on medium heat. So I didn't use all, I reserved some for next time. And we're adding in salt and white pepper. Next, we are going to add in our mushroom stem and our mushroom gills, stir fry nicely, and then add in our spring onions. So once you add in your spring onions, just stir fry a little bit and then go in with your minced chicken. So we've added in our chicken. We're just going to go ahead and stir fry and cover it to simmer in its own juice. We're just going to let it cook in its own juice without adding in any extra water. So once our chicken is ready, we are going to add in our mixed bell peppers, right? Once we drop in our mixed bell peppers, we're just going to stir fry it for about 30 seconds. Now we are stir frying it for about 30 seconds and then we're adding in our cheese. Just add in your cheese and stir for another 30 seconds. Just the time for the cheese to melt and then turn off the heat because we are still going to cook it, all right? And I do not want my veggies to overcook. That's my reason. All right. Now let's peel our Filipino green banana. I'm trying this for the first time. I just want to see what it's gonna look like. I've never tried it, but it looks like our achuk banana, the green banana that we have, or what the Ugandans call matoke. So I just want to try it, and I'll tell you guys what it feels or what the end result is gonna look like. So we're just gonna peel it nicely, and this is what it looks like after peeling. It's a bit too white, Yeah, that was my first remark. It's a bit too white. All right. So in a pot of hot oil, I'm just going to drop my Filipino bananas, the green bananas in my pot of hot oil. Let it cook until half done. Then I take it out and allow it to cool down. Yeah. Now our mushrooms are ready. So our bananas are cooling down and our mushrooms are ready. So we're gonna open them and it's time to stuff it with our filling. All right. So yes, let's see what is wrapped in there, what it looks like after baking. Look at that vapor. You can imagine the aroma that, the aroma of the natural aroma of mushrooms are just wow. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer both on one tray and then go ahead to stuff it with my minced chicken. So we are stuffing it nicely and carefully. Just do this carefully. All right, we are done filling our mushrooms. So I'll just transfer it in a different baking tray and then layer it with some cheese. All right, I'm going to layer it with some cheese now. So earlier on, I told you guys that I'll be using two different types of cheeses. So I'm using the Gouda cheese and the cheddar cheese. Here's the Gouda cheese, and then I'm topping it with the cheddar cheese, and I just place it on the minced meat carefully. All right, guys. Okay. So at this stage, we are done, and we are going to put it back in our oven for a few minutes. So this is also one of the reasons we had to take off the base from the heat early enough. All right. So it's cooking in the oven now, and we're gonna double check on our bananas if they are cold and soft. So you can see they're soft now. We just use our manual grinder to flatten it nicely. All right. Then we're gonna dip it back in hot oil and let it fry on medium heat until golden brown. So yeah, okay, so our bananas are getting brown nicely. They're ready. We're going to take them off the heat and set them aside and then double check our mushrooms. Okay, so our mushrooms are ready and they look so beautiful. The cheese is all melted and it's so attractive. The aroma is out of this world. It's heavenly. Yes, the aroma is heavenly. So, guys, it's time to do justice to our stuffed mushrooms and our fried Filipino bananas. So, this was so good. It was so delicious. The mushrooms were out of this world. For the Filipino bananas, they were not bad, but I noticed that I could still feel that sticky liquid from the bananas on my palate, and I didn't really appreciate that fact. So if I ever have to try these Filipino bananas ever again, then I think I need to try a different recipe to see how it works. But generally, it wasn't bad. Thank you guys for watching. You can give this a try. You can try the Filipino bananas. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching. See you on another one. Bye.